Hey, y'all, and welcome to another episode of the Millennial Management Podcast. I am your host, Brandy, the Millennial Manager, and today is Wednesday. If you are inside of Patreon, now if you outside of Patreon, it's Friday. So your ass is hearing this message late. So I don't know what you waiting on, okay? Because we're going to be going live this Saturday, July 5th at 8:30, and we're going to be talking about what y'all want to talk about. If you have a concern in the workplace, everything from how to navigate hard management, how to navigate difficult coworkers, what to do if maybe you are the difficult person, because that is a situation all in itself. We're going to be discussing all those things inside of Patreon this Saturday. It is $6 to join. You get the episodes early, and then you also get to have direct access to me. You can DM me inside of Patreon. It may take me a little bit to respond, but I do get my way around because I do respond to the DMs, okay? I be in them DMs. I respond to the emails. I know it take a lot of time, but baby, I value my audience, and so I try to make sure that I give everyone like a little bit of time. Even if it's just a couple minutes of us chatting, I do try to make sure I make my way back. So I hope y'all are having a good ass day. No matter what day you are listening to this, make sure you share this podcast with all your friends and all your family. And now today we are going to talk about reflecting. Because of the situation that I found myself in last week, I wanted to talk about how rejection is protection, okay? Last week, if you don't know, I received rejections from every last conference that I applied to, and they were all Black. They're all like Black career conferences, and those are the only ones that I applied to because I'm like, surely, right? And I was mistaken. I was mistaken that would be a natural avenue for me to transition into. But when I tell you, because of that, I feel like greater experiences, like I feel like I was limiting myself, not just to Black conferences, to conferences of someone else's, period. I feel like I was limiting myself and not really focusing on building what I said I would. So I think the rejection was a push in a way. And I want to read y'all an email that I got in this time frame. It was so many, first of all. It was so many. But I want to tell you about how a lot of people have experienced some of these same things. And I'm going to read that email to you in just a minute. But if you have something that you have been promising yourself to do and you have not, because you work in them people's job, because you're doing this, my kids are really young, I really need to focus on this, I really can't really put my energy towards going back to school, I can't put my energy towards starting that business, I can't put my energy towards being on social media if that's your thing. Now is the time for you to do whatever the fuck you've been lying to yourself about. Okay? When I say lying to yourself, not lying to yourself that you won't do it. You've been lying to yourself as to why you cannot. Coming up with every reason as to why you cannot do that thing. And that's what I had been doing this entire year. So I'm not big enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough of a following. That's what I was telling myself. This is at the beginning. I don't have enough of a following to do a conference, even though I knew that was on my heart. I don't have enough money to do a conference, even though I know that was what was on my heart. So what did I do? I led up to the very I did all the steps just before it's time for me to commit to this, to my own thing. And I said, you know what? I did apply for these other opportunities. Let's see what we get back. And every almost every, because some I did not even get a response to. So it was much more than 8. I'm just telling y'all, some people I did not hear back from at all. But there were 8 rejections, like absolute no's. And I went into the reasoning why on some of those videos, or on that video, of why one in particular said no. But now that I'm looking at it, being a week out from that situation, I set myself up for that. You know why? Because I kept lying to myself as to why I could not do my own shit. And you lying to yourself right now. Some of y'all are on the cusp of birthing some of the most amazing businesses, ideas, and you won't even take the step because you are concerned in one way or another that something is going to get affected. There's never a good time to start. You're never going to have enough money. You're never going to have enough influence. It's always going to be something as to why you cannot. But all you need is one reason to do it. That's all you need. So today's episode is a little bit different. I want you to write down that thing that has been on your heart to do. If you have prayed about it and God had already told you what you need to do. The universe, if that's what you use, the universe has already signaled to you that that's what you are supposed to be doing. Then what are we waiting on? Are we waiting on it to fall in our lap? Are we waiting to use other people's platforms to boost ourselves like I was doing, even though I got my own shit? And still waiting on an opportunity from somebody else when I can go and create the same opportunity, if not better, for myself and for the people who support me. Do you see what I'm saying? What are we really doing here? Whatever that idea is, I want you to make sure you write it down and list the reasons why you have not started. Is it your job? Is it the kids? Like, what is it? Is it the money? Because that is the situation as well. We're not going to act like money not a real problem, but there's always more than one way to skin a cat. I looked myself in the mirror the other day and I said, now why have you not booked a venue? Why have you not? What's holding you back from booking the venue? $3,000? $4,000? You can have that. You can have the venue. You're sitting on the money. You know you can do it. So if it's something that is within reach, why are we not? It's the fear. And a lot of times it's not even the fear of failure. It's the fear of success. Because if I do this thing, if it succeeds, if it's great, then what do I do next? Do I continue doing that thing? Do I do another thing? Like, what is it that I do? That's where a lot of people are right now that are listening to this podcast. That's where a lot of you are. Some, I understand the fear of failure. Like, what if I put this money into it, I put this time into it, and it just does not turn out? The time is going to pass no matter what. Okay? The time is going to pass. If it's going to take you 2 years to get yourself in the position, the time is going to pass either way. So you might as well let the time pass with that degree, with starting up that business, preparing yourself to start that business, preparing yourself to start the opportunity. The time is going to pass. No matter what, it doesn't stand still because you did not decide to go down road A. Time is going to keep moving on. And you need to know that. So if you don't make that decision, I definitely believe that God will take those ideas that he has given you, the purpose that he has given you, and repurpose it. That dream is going to somebody else because you sat there wasting it. You did not initiate. You didn't do it. All because you didn't start. So while you're writing down those things of why you can't do it, write down why you can. And I don't give a fuck if it's just one reason of why you can. That's all you need. That's all you need. All you need is one yes. And I'm going to tell you, every day you get up and you go to your job and you tell them yes. Yes, I can work overtime. Yes, I can stay late. Yes, I can work through lunch. Not everybody, but some of y'all. Yes, you do. Yes is like the first word that you say inside of the workplace. You almost never say no. And then when it's time for you to actually sit down and do something for yourself, what is your first thought? No. Every reason of why you cannot do. Every reason of why you cannot be. So we're going to have to flip that around. Am I saying that you're going to have to start saying no to everything in the workplace? No, I'm not. I'm not saying that. But you do need to create a boundary. And open up the one that you have given yourself. That you have put on your dream. That you have put on your idea. Otherwise, it is going to be repurposed. The idea, the dream, is going to be given to somebody else. Is actually going to do something about it. Say yes. I know it's a hard thing to hear. I had to hear it myself. After I watched that video a couple times, and I saw myself in a state of defeat that I have not seen on me in several years. Because I thought I was done with that. I thought that we were past that point of feeling defeated. But all it took was somebody to say that they didn't necessarily like the way that I look, like the way that I talk, that I don't fit into whatever this little box is. And it brought all of those old things back. All of those old thoughts back. From when I felt like I was inadequate. From when I felt like I wasn't enough. It brought all that shit back. And I sat in it for a minute. I sat in it and I felt it for about 2 days. Even before I recorded that video, it was a very surreal state to be in because I just kept going back and reading the email and reliving that moment again of being told no. And then I recorded that video, and then now I have something that I can see myself feeling the defeat all over again. And looking back now, it has helped me realize and put into real understanding that it doesn't matter what the fuck I look like. I will never mark anybody's box, not everybody's box. It's going to be some people who just don't like the way that I talk, the way that I communicate, the way that, I deliver a message. It's just some people who cannot take it. And they want the sunshine. They want the rainbows. They want the lies of corporate America. And you're just not going to get it here. If you fucking up in your job, I'm going to tell you, hey, you're actually making a mistake. You are the problem here. And if it's the other way around, then absolutely, I will be the first person to tell you. But real communication cannot be had in a room where that is not the priority. That's not the priority. So I want you to, for those of us who are dealing with like a rejection right now, because that's the email that I have in front of me, I want you to know that it's okay if you don't mark everybody's box, right? If you're not that check mark in there, that's okay. That just means you're too big for this little ass box, for this little ass room, for this little ass job. It's okay. That's just not the job for you. And that's not the space for you. And while it may hurt for a little bit, you don't stay there. Don't live there. Don't move in to that space and create that as a home for you, the place of rejection. Because now it's time to get your ass up and find other opportunities, find other avenues for you to do what you want to do. The bank telling you no, they can't fund your business, you better get up and figure out another way. You want to make it on social media, but you just really can't find your way, you better get up and find another way. There's always an avenue for things that are meant for you. So please be encouraged no matter what your situation is, no matter what you are facing, rejection, especially if it's like promotions and you feel like you keep getting looked over, that's not the place for you. And there's nothing wrong with recognizing that and understanding that it may hurt for a little bit, but baby, we not setting up shop up in here in the place of rejection. We're not going to make that our home address. Okay? So let's read this email. Hi, Brandy. Hey, girl. You don't know me from a can of paint, but I see you. I follow you and only took a few seconds to watch the post about the conference rejections, and I felt it. I couldn't finish it. I felt it because I have been there. The dread and the onslaught of rejections almost broke me. Well, to be honest, it did break my confidence and my spirit. Until recently, I had been in corporate America for 24 years, award-winning, and all got multiple rejections, conference rejections, job rejections, and it stung. To top it off, my national DEI-related corporate role was terminated while I was on leave because of the toxic work environment. The ish almost killed me physically and emotionally. I share this to emphasize that you are not alone. More importantly, you matter. Your content helped me realize that these people at my old job had no good intentions. I tried to downplay the microaggressions and nonsense, even the rejections to speak on topics that I lecture on, things that I know I am known for. What the hell? Okay? Keep your head up, sis. You are going to get through this. God is not through with you yet. I am channeling my pain into my next book. It will take time, but trust me, you will come out of this on top with sisterly love and affection. And this is what I'm talking about today. It's not just me. It's a lot of us that have dealt with this. And while it may be a sting to, your confidence, it's not the end all be all of who you are. It's not. So what? You don't meet the criteria. There's criteria that you exceed. You understand? There are spaces that you are going to be the top dog. Even if the one that you really, really want is not necessarily the space that you feel the most, well, not you, but they feel like you're just not going to be that person for the job, that's okay. Because there's always a space for everybody. There's a pot for every lid, or a lid for every pot. Y'all know what I'm saying. It's something for everybody. So don't get caught up in the rejection. Don't set up shop there. Don't plan that to be your residence, the rejection. We are going to the land of opportunity, and that's what's coming soon. I hope y'all enjoyed this podcast episode. Please make sure that you join Patreon. It is $6 to join. This Saturday, July 5th, we are going to be going live at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So if you have questions that you want specifically read, make sure that you join Patreon and send me a DM, and I'll go over those questions in our live that is on this Saturday, July 5th. Also, I want to say thank you to the sister for writing this amazing email. And I really appreciate her not dwelling in that place. So she's using that rejection, that the denial, first of all, the toxic work environment, to fuel the plans that she has for herself. And that's exactly what you need to do. You understand me? Say yes. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good ass day, and I'll see y'all on social media. Bye.